All right, guys. So what I'm doing now in this video is just to make again the video I made earlier that was not saved, and I'll be very fast at that. So in the last video, I have explained the entire interface. So we were supposed to move to creating a post and showing you how you can easily get those things done, easily, and the flexibility attached to it, and how you can add a lot of elements. So I mentioned in the last video that you have two ways of creating a post. Either you come to this add a post, and you click on it and it will open a post for you, or it will open the page to add a new post for you, or you click on this add post and it will do so. So let me quickly do that. This was the post I made in that video, so I'll be bringing it down after this video. So let me quickly click on this to say add a post in the new tab. Let me click on this to add a post in the new tab. So we have this page now where we can easily add a post. We have this page where we can easily add a post now. So that page is loading. So what I'm going to do now is this other post that I created the other time. So I'm going to be recreating that post. So let me quickly view that post so that we can get the content from that post, and that will make the job more easier, right? To make the job more easier. So what I'm going to do now is that since this is the post here, this is the new post that we want to create. So I okay, so the name of the post is the top political blog you need to follow in 2025. The top political blog you need to follow in 2025. So that is what I'll be doing. That is what I'll be doing here also. That is what I'll be doing here also. So let's go and check that post itself out. So this is the post. So let me just copy the topic of the post from here straight, and I'll come to this place and add it up to this place, and I'll just add a few things. The top political blog you need to follow in Nigeria in in 2025. So what I'm gonna do next is, if you see this post here is having a kind of feature image like this block of a thing. So it's not compulsory to block. You look for an image that correlates with the title of your post, right? Let's say you go to Google now and you see political blog, right? Political blog. That is what you want to do. Or if you have other images that best explain the title of your, the best explain the title. So when you come to images here, and you see quite a number of cities now. You have this is an amazing one, right? This is an amazing one. So what I'm gonna do is let me just open this in a new page, and let's just download that image itself, and just download that image, save image, and let me just save it on my desktop and the like. So we'll come to this place, our post itself, and we are going to set the feature image. We are going to set the feature image. So that takes us to the image library. It takes us to the image library, or let me say the media library. These are some of the images you currently have in your media library. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm using a new image here, and that simply means I don't have it on my library. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is to come to upload. If you already have it on your library, just come to this place. Let's say we are using this now. This would have been an awesome one, but we are not using this. We've decided to use a new one. So I'm going to click on upload, click on select file. I'll locate where the file is. I'll locate where the file is on my desktop. This is the file here, and I'm going to open the file here, and it's going to load the file. It's going to load the file, and this is the file. Then I'm going to click on set feature image, and as soon as it imports that very well, and I'll click on publish, and my post will be published. And as soon as it's done publishing, then we can easily move into the next week. So moving further, you have been editing your post, and adding your content via this place, just putting your content and the likes in. Or you don't necessarily need to do that. This is the default builder post builder, and most times the interface, the user interface is not always lovely. So that is the reason why I've decided to add a professional, page and post builder to your blog, so that he can easily have, good looking blog and add every element that you might think of into your blog post, right? Into your blog post. So before we continue, every blog, or let me say, every post and every page, they consist of different sections, and each section can either consist of a column, two columns, three columns, and each of the columns will consist of one element or the other. It can be a text element, it can be a video element, it can be an icon, an image icon, it can be, a code, it can be an image, it can be a text, it can be an header, whatsoever it is. So check this page now. This is one of the posts on your website, and if you check this post now, we have an image. This is the first section here. This first section is having just one column, and that column, inside that one column, we have what we call the blog, as in this image. So we have an image element in it. Check this second section here. This is a section that also consists of one column, and inside that column we have a text element there. And this third section consists of two columns, and in each of the columns we have text elements. This is a code, this is another section, this is another section entirely, this is another section. So that is what a blog or a page consists of. So when you understand this, it helps you in planning how your post will look like. It helps you perfectly in planning how your post will look like. So that is that about it. So what is the name of this plugin that I said I've added to your site that makes your editing professional and that makes it looks good? So the name of that plugin is called Elementor. It's called Elementor. So from the word elements, Elementor. So how do you now use this Elementor plugin to edit your post anytime you want to make or publish a post? As soon as you're done, putting in your header, your post title here, instead of typing and doing all sorts here, right? All you need to do is just to come to this icon here, this button here that says edit with Elementor, and you will be able to edit that with Elementor. So what I'm gonna do now is okay, let me just refresh. I will edit this with Elementor. I will edit this with Elementor, right? I'll click on edit with Elementor, and it will leave page side, and you should go and open the Elementor editor, page editor for me. Now while we are doing that, let me refresh this page so that we can see the new post that we've just added on this page. Then I'll quickly show you something. So you can see the top political blog you need to follow in Nigeria in 2025. So also when it comes to editing, you have other ways to edit. So we have edit here, we have quick edit, and we have edit with Elementor. So let's say you've left the blog and the like, and you want to come to this Elementor page, right? You want to edit this specific post with Elementor. Because we have launched it with Elementor here, it has added the icon, it has added the menu for you to be able to edit with Elementor. So if you want to adjust something on the page and the likes, you can just come to this place and right click, and you just open in a new tab. It will open this page, this specific page that it's open here. It will open it for you. And let's say you just want to do a very quick editing to the page title and a few things. What you can do is just to click on that quick edit. You can easily edit. So now you know that this Nigerian is not correct, so I'm going to correct it here, Nigeria. So I've corrected that there, and I also correct that on the blog, on the slug rather, and that is that. So you talked about backdating as well, that if you have a post and you want to backdate the post and the like, so this is where you can easily do that. So I can come to this page and say it is January 2023, right? January 2023, the time it was posted, let's see, 6 a.m. You get that now. You can even add passwords to your post. In another word, before anyone can access that post, they definitely must have the password with them to access it. But if you're not adding any password, anyone can access it. Here is where you had the the possibility of adding a comment to your post. If you want people to be able to comment on your post, you can do that here. If you don't want them, then you can untick this, allow ping. This way you can determine the status of your post, whether it should be published or it should be draft or it should be pending review and the like. Then also we have make this post sticky. I love using this most times, especially if it is a post that you just want everyone to continue to see every now and then. You can make it sticky. So in another words, anytime anyone coming to your blog, they will be able to see this post specifically. And here you can add the categories. Here you can add it, tags. I have a lot of tags here currently. So let me look for ease and the value. When I type that, then it should come. You see it now. So and let's see politics. So you should call politics out now because I already have that tag. And let's say Omoyeni. So you see, this is so these are the tag I want to use. Then these are the the categories. So if you want to add more categories, you know how to do that. Just come to the categories here and add the category. If you want to add more tags, you can do that here. By the time you are done with that and you come back to this edit, you see the new categories that you've added. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be updating this, updating this. I'm going to be updating this. Now I have updated. You see that the Nigerian spelling has been corrected. So that's not about quick edit. You want to edit it and have this page that we just opened. You see now, this is the feature image that we had the other time, and this is the name of it. If you want to come to this page, so just click on edit with Elementor. Then if you now want to, if you don't want to go through that route, you can just click on edit and it will take you to the page where we clicked on edit with Elementor earlier. But that's a double, that's a longer path to get into this page. So let's go to this page and let's quickly dive into it. So this is the Elementor page editor interface, and all you need to do, like I mentioned to you earlier, is that we already have this by default because we set this as a page, a feature image, and this is the title of our post. So what you want to do is that whenever you want to make a post, determine the number of sections that you have, determine the icons that will be in those sections, determine what you need, and know what you want. So now that we are perfectly imitating, or we are creating this post again. So what I'm going to do is, this is the first section that I have here, and it's a text, right? So I'm just going to copy the text and I'll come back to this place. I'm going to click on this plus, see, let me check what it has written there, add new section. I'll click on that, and under your section structure, I see that you can add just a column, just a section that has just one column, or you have a section that has 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, 1 column, but what's it called? A part of the column is longer and bigger than the second part of the column. You see this now? You can have that of 6 columns. So what I'm doing now is, this one is just 1 column. So I'm going to just click on this, and it's going to add that for me. Now we have the column here, but you see that there's nothing there. So now inside this column, I want to add a text element. So anytime you want to add any element, that is the reason why we are using Elementor, so as for you to have a kind of access to a wide range of elements. So all you need to do here now is you come to this place there that says add element. You see this plus icon here that says add element, and just click on that. And when you click on that, you see a wide range of elements, both pro, general, basics, quite a number of them. You see them, they are so numerous. They are so numerous. I've added more than even one plugin. I've added Elementor, I've added add-on element, essential add-on, API add-on. All these add-ons are to make sure that you have access to any type of element that you want. So what I'm gonna do now is that I need a text, right? I need a text, so I can easily come to the general, and I'll just come to this place, and I'll just look for okay. So let me just come to the basics, and I'll just pick this text editor, right? Just drag, is a drag and drop software. So I'll just drag it into this place. Now that I've dragged it, see that it has given me opportunity to add a text. So I'll just highlight all of this, delete them, and I'll paste what I've copied earlier. And you see this now. We have this here now. So what I also want to quickly show you is that in case maybe sometimes you just want to add a permalink. So let's say maybe this Gusta new bar and the likes. So let's say let me come to this place and now let me copy that. So let me just copy this. Maybe there's another page or there's something you want to direct this name to. So let's say maybe on Google now, let me put that there. Let's say on Google now here, you see Dr. G.R. Ruba. I'm just using that as a case study though. So let's say there's a document on Google Scholar that you want people to be able to read and the likes. So let's say this is the link of that document, right? So and you reference this Gustav Muba here in your editing in your post. So what you can do is now that you've highlighted this name, right? And that you've highlighted it, I'm still coming back to that. Now that you've highlighted this name, right? You can just come to this permalink. There's what we call permalink, and this is it that looks like a web here. No, that's not it. This is insert or edit link. Just click on it and you see apply here. You can just put the link here. Now that you put the link there, you can click on this enter. Now in another words, whenever they click on this, you see that when you over on it, it's showing that it's clickable. Whenever they click on this, it will open this page for them. It will open this page for them. So I just thought to quickly show you that. So now that you have I've pasted these inside this text editor. Now it boils down back to, okay, how do you now edit some of these things? Now this is the content area. As you can see here, this is the content area, and this is where you can format your content. So let's say you want to make this UK foreign policy, you want to make it bold, just highlight it and come to this bold. You want to make it italicized, you want to make it underline. As you can see here that it has taken effect here. So that is that about that. And also you can change the text color. You see this here, text color. Come to this place and let's say maybe we are changing it to this. You see that we've changed the text color here. We changed the text color here, and you can even pick a custom text color. Click on that and you see a wide range of color here, right? A wide range of color. So let me use something like this, and let me click on OK. See that we have that there. Now let me make it italize. So it's italicized now. It's on italic now. So that is not about that. You can make it strike through. So you can just navigate your way around, just over or on all of these things, because I don't want this video to be too long. So that's that. Now apart from that, now that is for the content. Another thing you can do here is you can make it a drop cap. Let's say this THE. I'm coming. This THE here now. Right? You can come to this place and click on this drop cap. You can click on this drop cap. Okay, I'm coming. So the columns, you can make it default. Even now that you're using just one column, you can decide to make it 3-4 columns. You can decide to make it 3-4 columns. As you can see now, the entire word is going to break into 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, depending on whatsoever you want. But let's just make it 1, or let's say 2. Let's make it 1. Let's just make it 1. All right, and that is that about it. So the next thing I want to quickly show you that after the content, under the edit text editor, anytime you pick any element, right, anytime you pick any element, you have an editor here that helps you to edit and format that element. So under the style here, you can come to the style here, and you see that this is centered. You can make it right center, right aligned. I mean, this is centered aligned, you see, and this is left aligned. You get that now, and you can justify it. So that is not about that. Typography, this is where you pick the kind of, just all of these things. You don't really need most of these things. I'm just going through them. You can pick the font. This is where you pick the fonts. Under the family, we have hundreds of fonts here. So you can pick the font. You can also determine the size. So let's say you want to make it 16. Let's make it 22, 23. Let's make it 21. Let's make it 20. Did you get that now? So you can make it thick. So let's make it 600. You see that the text is thick now. That is the weight of it. You can transform it to maybe uppercase, that everything will be uppercase, or transform it to lowercase. or transform it to capitalized, that is every first letter is capitalized. You can make it italicized. Decoration, you can make it underline, overline, and the likes. Line height, you can determine the height in between the line, what spacing. So that is not about the text editor, and I think that is all you need there for now. That is all you need there for now. And if you want to delete it, so let's say you don't want this section again, you can just come to this pencil icon here and right click. When you right click, you see an option, a pool of option here. Just come and click on delete. You see this delete icon. That is that about us. So let's move on. So let's see the next thing that we have here. So we have this text here now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy this text as well, come to this place, and I will add another text editor, right? I'll add another text editor under it, and I'm going to put all of this text inside this place. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down, and I will change the columns to 2. Now you see that this is not looking beautiful. I intentionally went through this route. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete this, because I want to show you how to delete and how that delete function is working. I'm going to press delete here, and I have deleted that section. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create another section like this, and I'm going to pick 2 columns. I'm going to pick 2 columns, and I'll come to this add element, pick text editor, drop it inside this first column, right? Come to add element, pick text editor, drop it inside this as well. Then I'll come to my text here. I'm going to copy this first one. I'm going to copy this first one. Come back to this place. Come here to the first column, right? Put that there. Solid. So I'll copy the second one, right? Copy it. Come to the second column. Put it there. So you see this now, we have this here, we have this here. So you see this now, how we have 2 columns there, and it's looking beautiful. Very beautiful. So let's go. And for this, what I'm going to do here is, okay, so I'm just going to copy these codes. There are 2 ways of doing this, and I'm going to show you those 2 ways, and you pick the one that you prefer. So I'll come to this place, and I'm going to click on these and add another section. And I'll come to add element, and I'll search for quotes, right? So let me use these black quotes. You see, this is what I use for this. So I can now easily put the quotes here and make the person that made the quotes Omoyemi Akinwande, right? I'm doing that. I don't want this Twitter button to show this Twitter button here. I told you, I said it earlier, that when you're making a post, right, when you're adding any element, this place you see what's called the tool to edit it. So you see that this one is different from the text. So for this black quotes, these are the things that, so you want it to have a border, maybe you want it to be boxed, right? So that was what I did here. This was boxed. I want it to be boxed, and you want it to be right aligned. You see this now, so that it will be at the left hand side, which is okay. I want to remove this tweet button. Sorry. And what other thing do I need to do? I can come to this style. Don't forget that we did styling the other time as well. I can come to this style, come to the text color. I think I can leave the text color. Yeah, let me just leave the text color, but you can pick any color. That's what I'm trying to let you know. You pick green now, you see that it has turned to green. You pick the text color here, you see that it has changed that. So this gap of the thing, I can increase this gap. You see this now. You can increase this gap, and auto color, if you want this auto color to change, let's say we are using our primary color, so we have that there. So if there is a button, you can do that. And for the box, that is this box inside there, so you can choose a box type, maybe something that has dotted. I get up now. So let's say okay dashed, or let's use that dotted in the background color. You see this color that we have here, you can change that color. Is either you click on this web, you know, this www web icon, or you come to this place. These are default color that has been picked, and if the color you're seeing here is not what you want, you can just come to this second icon here and click on it, and you see this now, you see now. So let's say I'm using white, plain white. So that is that background. I can even create it and make it a global color and name it white, right? And I'll click on create, and that is that about that. Then for the border width, that is this line color, so it's this dot is not showing because the width is so small, so I can increase it. You see now that it's showing. You see now that it's showing. You see now that it's showing. So I can increase it. Let me see. Let's say dash dash. You see what dash dash looks like. So it's just like all these envelope. You get that now. So let me reduce this to 4. No, let me reduce this to 4. And the border color, let me use our primary color solid. So this is what, and I don't want it to be very sharp like this, so I can increase the border radius. Let me say 30. See how it looks like now. So that is that about that. And shadow, I don't like adding much effect when it comes to block, so let's just leave that. So I believe you understand that now. So we've been able to create our codes. And another thing is, another way to do that is you can come to this add elements. You can just bring this text editor, just drop it inside any of the section. The text you want to add as an element, as a quote, you put it there. You see, this is the same thing, and you highlight all the text, and you come to this. You see black quotes. You see this now. So you see these two type of quotes here now. You have this one that looks like question mark, and we have this one. So either way, is anyone that you want, you can easily walk around that. So let me just delete this. And let's move to the next section. So in the next section we have this. So you know how to do this. So all I'm going to do is, I'll be very fast now because this is around 27 minutes. I'll copy this entire text. I'll come to this place. I'll create another section, just one column, and this is the section here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll go to add elements, and for blog, most of the things that you'll be doing is either a text elements, image, video, button, and the likes. So that is that about us. So let me quickly add these elements, text elements, and now that we have it there, I'm going to paste the entire thing that I copied, and you see we have it there now. And let's move to the next one. So now what I'm going to do, we have another quote here. So what I'm going to do is I'll come to this place, and I'm going to duplicate this. So right click on this pencil icon and come to duplicate. Now when you duplicate it, you have it as 2. So what I'm gonna do is, this thing is drag and drop. It's very easy. So just click on it and drag it to wherever you want it to be. Now we have it here now. So we have it here now. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just copy these codes itself, right? I just copy these and come over to this place, put it there, and we have the codes. So moving forward, so we have an header here. I'll just copy this, right? The header, and I'll come to add elements, right? Add elements, and I'm going to look for heading. Yeah, so I'll drag it and drop it below this. And for the heading, I've copied the text there, I've dropped it there, and you see that it is very small. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to the styling, so as for me to be able to style it. So what I'm going to do is I'll first of all come to this typography, and I'll increase the font size to maybe 25, let's say 40, okay, let's say 50, solid, let's say 45. Yeah, we have this is cool. So you can change the font size, you can make it bold. Let me say 800 extra is more bold now. Transform, line height, I don't need all of that. So I'm gonna close the typography, and what I'm gonna do is blend mode. You can work around all of these. It just adds some kind of effects to it. So what I'm changing is the color, and I'll make it this. Solid, right? So we have that now. So now the next thing is, you see these white traditional focus, and I'm just going to copy all of these things, and I'll just come to this place and I'll add elements. I'll pick the text editor, bring it under this theory, IT theory, IR theory, copy all of these, delete that, and paste what I have copied. You must have been able to come up with your content. It should be on your notepad or on your system, and we have all of this. You see all this material written, it has been permalink like I showed you at the beginning of the video, and that is not about us. So let's say maybe you want to add another image or so, you can just come to this place and this add elements, pick the image, drag and drop it there. Now that you pick the image, you can now click on the content of the image, choose image, you go to your file library, and in your file library you pick any image. Let's say I'm using these, or let's say you're using your picture man. You select that. No, I don't want to use that for now because I want it to be wide enough. So let me select this. This is wide. So the size of the image also matters. So you need to work on your image before you even import it. So we have this now, and let's say the next thing we want to have here is, okay, let's say maybe you need a map, maybe it's a blog about the program and you need a map. You can come to this place and pick map, drag and drop. You get that now. You drag and drop that, and you see the map here. The map will show up here. So let's say it is you see now this location, London High. So whatsoever the address is, just put it here and it will reflect on the map. And with this, you see that this map is very short. You can zoom in, the map, and you can increase the height of the map. So you zoom in so that it will be more obvious. You see London High. So you can increase the height of the map here. Or it's too much. Solid. So that is that about that for the map. And let's say you want to add a video. Just come to this place, and you see this is a video. You can just pick it, drag and drop. And as regards this video, I do not advise that you upload a video to your server. So one of the things you can do is that when you have a video that you want to upload, right, you can just come to your YouTube. Just come to YouTube here, and on the YouTube you upload the video to your YouTube. And you just copy the video link instead of you self-hosting the video. It slows down the server, it occupies more space, right? It occupies more space in the on the server. So instead of you affecting your hosting and the likes, just come to this place and click on this create. When you click on this place, you can upload the video here, and as soon as you're done with the upload, you can now copy the link of the video. So let's say this video that you're seeing here, right, is the video that you want people to see on the. So what I'm going to do is just to copy the link address of the video, come back to this place that we're editing, and I'll come and drop that video here, the link here, and you see that it will reflect that video now. It will show the video now. So as you can see now, this video is already on your site. So it's not occupying any space. It's only leveraging on a third-party platform. And we have different sources. We have different sources. We have YouTube, Vimeo, any of it you can use. So, and you can easily play around this. You can choose the start time of the video, the end time of the video. You can make it auto play. In other words, anytime people come to that page, the video will play by itself, or you don't. You remove it from autoplay, and you show display control and the likes, lazy load, and if you want it to show suggested video or any video, you can pick a video, what's it called, image overlay, if you want that. All of these things are not really necessary. I'm just trying to show you how that there are a lot of things that you can do with Elementor. And the next thing is you can even add a form, you can add an icon, you can add a gallery, you can add an image carousel, right? You can add an image carousel. Let's say you want to add an image carousel. You can pick this image carousel, drop it here. In another words, maybe you're making a post about an event and you want people to see the images attached to that event, right? The pictures that you took in that event. So now that we've added an image carousel, you see the editing here, you know, the place to edit it. So you can just click on this plus icon and just go and pick the images. If you don't have it here, you already know that you have to upload it. So let's say, okay, let's use these events that you had earlier, these award, these you know, I think it's an ambassador award. So let's just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we've picked 6 images to be our carousel. So click that, insert images, and you see that those images will file up here. Those images will file up here. So slide to show, you can make it 3. That is, you only have 3 that will be showing up here. Slide to scroll, you see it now, 1, you see 3. Let's make it 6. Let's make it 6. It depends on the size of your image and the light. So you see now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And slide per row, default, image stretch, yes. It depends on you how flexible you can play around it. You can play around it, and that is all about. So if there is anything you want to add as an element to your page, just come to this place and search for it. You have divider, text editor, button. You want to add a button, you can pick the button, drag and drop it here. You see this button now? You can maybe buy my book. You see that now? That will be the call to action on the link to your book, maybe the link that is going to use on the Value website. You can put it there and the likes. And when you're done with that, you can style your button here. Come to this place, and the button, the fit size. You don't really need some of this thing, but you can just you see this height. You can play around it. The width. You see this now? You can change the button color to the site color. Did you get that now? You can change the text color from white, let's say, to, you see this now? The background color. A lot of things that you can change. A lot of things that you can just walk around. Button type, you can make it a solid, a dotted. Let's use a dotted. You get that now? And you can't see the dot because the border radius is 0. So when I start increasing the border radius now, you will see what I'm talking about. So let's make the border color green, and that is just all about it. So you can just play around some of these things. As soon as you are done with some of these things, you can even justify it. Instead of it being at the left hand side here, right, you can position it to be at the right hand side. This is the right hand side. You can make it be at the center, you can make it be at the left, or you can justify, you can stretch it, you can make the alignments be at the end, space between, quite a number of things. So when you are done, all you need to do is just to click on this publish. All you need to do is just to click on this published, and your post will be seen outside. Now that you publish it, if you want to see how your post look like, just click on this icon. That is to preview. So when you click on this, it will open another tab for you, another page for you. Here you can easily see what your blog looks like. So let's quickly see that. You see the political blog you need to follow, this and that. You see all the things that we did. You see all of that. You see all of that. You see the map. You see the map there. You see the video. You see the button and the lights. So now if you want to, well, you will definitely see these at the front end. No, you definitely see these at the front end. But if you want to get it, call the link to this post, maybe you just want to send it to someone, just come to the post. Let me just refresh here. Let me just refresh, and okay, because we've backdated it's here done now. So all you need to do is just to come to this view. When you right click on this view, you can now copy. Is either you open it in the new tab or you copy the link. But if you open it in the new tab, you can copy the link from here, the entire link, and you can send it to anyone out there. So that is that about that. I hope this explains it explicitly. You see all the tags that we picked the other time and the categories that we picked the other time. Everything is here right now. This is the one we're talking about, the UK foreign policy of the thing. And you see this ghost tab that we talked about the other time. When you click on it now, it will come and open this page. This page that you're seeing is what it will open here, because we permalink that text. You see this page now, it's still the same thing as this page here. So that is that about that. That is that about that. So I think we have been able to do justice to this entire thing, and with this you should be able to post anytime, any moment that you want. So thank you so much. See you in the other videos.